Welcome back to Alcohol and Anime Night, and today we are going to check out my haul from the Anime Expo 2025. If you haven't seen that video, check it out up there. It's a speed run. One day I had to do the entire event. It was so much fun, but let's check out some of the stuff that I've got. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back everybody, and we're gonna dig right into this bag here. I haven't looked at some of this stuff since I got back. So no particular order here. I'm just going to reach in the bag and pull out some of the stuff and maybe tell you a little bit about what happened whilst I got it here. So I'm just going to reach in first. All right. Yeah, they were giving away these, they're like a crunchy ramen chips. And I haven't tried them yet, but they look pretty good. And I thought they definitely fit in with this channel. So I'm going to try these out probably a little bit later, but they look really good. So if you were there at the show, you almost certainly got one. This is just the bag from the CD Projekt Red booth. Really cool booth. I stopped at their booth. It was one of the first two I stopped at because I went right to the back of the hall. And I asked them, I said, hey, I know you're working. And she said, no, I'm not. It's early in the morning. And I said, that's okay. I said, I really wanted to know, what's the ETA on that Jada Rebecca figure? She's like, oh, we can't say, but stay tuned. And I said, oh, all right. I was hoping maybe they would announce it at the event, but instead they announced what was probably the most obvious, was that the Cyberpunk Edgerunners 2 is going to be in production now. So that's not really a big surprise, but their booth was really cool, and I got something else there too, so we'll get to that later. I know it's in the bag somewhere, so yeah. So I got a couple of lucky bags, and one of them said it was an ecchi bag. I was like, oh yeah, I'm in. And so I got this was in it, and it's the Aqua Float Girl. I don't know why they're considering this an ecchi figure, but you know what? We will definitely unbox it on the channel. I'm wondering if this is considered an ecchi figure because perhaps it is a cast-off top. I'm wondering if it is. So we'll see. If not, either way, not something I probably would have bought, but I buy lucky bags because I make bad decisions. So we'll definitely unbox it at some point in the future. And this other one here, okay, this is the other thing from the lucky bag. So I got two lucky bags, and the other thing, it was an Evangelion theme. I was like, oh, I love Evangelion. There's almost nothing I can think of anything that I wouldn't want, except for Kaoru. Now, I don't hate this guy by any means, but he's easily my least favorite character out of all the Evangelion characters, period. But again, you know what? It's from Sega. I've been really happy with their Luminasta figures. I believe I have at least one other the Evangelion figures. I think the Asuka I have is a Luminasta figure. So it is from the Thrice Upon a Time, which I do love that movie. So something I never would have normally just bought off the shelf, but as a lucky bag, yeah, sure, we'll check it out later. So look forward to that. We'll pull it off here. This is not bad. I like the chair. The chair is a cool accessory. All right, what do we got here? Oh, all right. This is from the Maid Cafe, which I went to for lunch, and it was pretty fun. It was very short, and because I was there basically by myself, I got right in, and they did so much fun stuff. Looks like they gave me a sticker, and looks like a coaster, and you know, they really put in a lot of effort. They had to serve a lot of people. It was a huge room, and they had multiple sessions during the day. So for what it was, they really put in a lot of effort. There's quite a lot of dancing and showmanship and that kind of thing. They did all the, you know, the moe moe beam and all that stuff. So if you've ever been to a Maid Cafe, they definitely do all that. The one thing I thought that was interesting, I tried to actually put the song that they were playing in the video that I did, but YouTube is very careful, and they want to make sure that there's no, you know, copyright infringement. So a couple of girls singing the song was enough to flag the copyright machine, and so I couldn't put the song in at all. But you can see them dancing in the video if you'd like, and it was definitely worth it. I think it was about 30 bucks, 28 something. And then once you got in there, you obviously had to pay for your meal. You know, anytime you go to an event, your meal's going to be expensive. So was it expensive? Yes, but any meal you get there, you get a hot dog that's going to cost you $30. So I think I got a turkey wrap and some lemonade, and I think I was in. I probably paid $40 maybe. So in the end, the whole thing ends up costing you $65 or whatever. But you get food, and it's not that bad. You don't have to get food. You could just get a drink. You could get nothing, honestly. I don't think you're required to get anything. So something to think about if you're going again. I recommend it. And there are several options. What I liked about this event, and frankly what I liked about most of the ticketed events, is that you're not just wasting your whole day standing in line. There's a lot, I'll get to that probably later, but there's a lot of events where people just stand in line for like 9 hours. That's a waste of your time. I don't understand people who do that, because it's a waste of your time. You spend a bunch of money to go to this event and just stand there and be miserable. Or you can pay money for these events and you just show up right before, and you're guaranteed to get in. You have a spot. So I'm not really a fan of the stand in line all day long thing. I've been to enough conventions. That's just not for me anymore. There's almost nothing I want enough to stand in line for more than 2 hours. So that's not for me. But anyway, let's see what else we got here. Okay, yeah. So they did premiere the Panty and Stocking, the new Panty and Stocking show at the event. I did not go to it because, frankly, it had just been... I actually just wanted to see it myself when it comes on, and it's coming on quite soon. But they did 2 viewings, I think a censored and an uncensored version. But they gave a little fan to remind people that it's coming, and I thought it was really cool that they did this. I love a fan, so there you go. Ah, yes. All right. So this is what I got at the CD Projekt Red booth, and I've been wanting this. So you might have heard me talk about it on a previous episode. There was a Cyberpunk Edge Runners Madness manga that was coming out, and it was available on several different platforms, but the English language version was like really delayed, and Dark Horse was going to pick it up, but it just kept getting delayed and delayed. It was like 6-7 months, and I saw that it was coming out, and I wondered, are they going to have it at the booth? Sure enough, they had it fairly cheap. So it was my first buy of the day, was the Cyberpunk Edge Runners Madness manga. I'm really looking forward to reading this. If you don't know already, it's apparently going to focus on Rebecca and her brother. So I'm really excited to see a little bit more Best Girl Rebecca content. Oh, okay. So I did see this. I believe it was for... I want to say for High Dive. Yeah. So I actually did a review on Chain Soldier, and it was kind of a controversial anime, but there is going to be a season 2, and they had a little thing talking about the season 2, so I imagine you could scan the QR code and find out more and watch the season 1 now. They did actually have a 30-day free trial for High Dive, so if you use the promo code CON2025, you can get a 30-day free trial. So, hey, there you go. You didn't have to go to the convention to get that. Oh, okay, yeah. I got a couple of things I jammed into this. Here's the map of the event. You need a map when you go, or because the event is so big and there's so many different halls and so many different things. If you do not schedule where you're going to be and plan to be in this side at that time, you will waste so much time walking back and forth. So one of my best pieces of advice: plan carefully. So if you're going to be in the West Hall, plan to do several things in the West Hall. And then if you're going to be in the main hall, plan to do several things in that area. If you're going to be outside, do that. Don't spend your time walking back and forth. You're going to burn yourself out. I see people sitting on the side. They're all tired because they're wasting so much time walking back and forth to try and see one thing, then walk all the way back and see one other thing. That's inefficient. So plan your day very well. Use the map ahead of time. So that's for any convention, I'm going to tell you. This is from the Bandai Namco booth. I don't remember where I got this, but they had this whole bunch of like live music that was going to be scheduled, and I didn't see any of it. This was from the Maid Cafe. They let you draw your own maid outfit. I didn't quite finish. I was still working through it, and they gave you a little placemat too. Let's see, what was this from? Oh, this was some kind of Nintendo Switch game. I don't know why they gave this to me. I don't even know why I picked it up. I don't even own a Switch, but apparently I picked up this thing for this new game. for you. We've actually done at least one unboxing from one of their figures here. I just wanted to pick this up because it looked like it had a neat catalog of what's coming up. This is Lady Nagant from My Hero Academia. Neat character. Cool reference to the Mosa Nagant rifle. But just to see some of the things they have coming out here, it was really neat to see some of the prototypes and whatnot that they had at a lot of the different figure company booths, including the one for Kotobukiya, which you can see in the video. They have a prototype for a Princess Chrysalis and Princess Celestia and the Red Riding Hood character from Darkstalkers and Megan, like a Kotobukiya version of that horror character Megan. So they always do such cool stuff. All right, what else do we got here? There's still stuff in here. What's this? Random chopsticks for my dinner, for my lunch. Oh yeah, okay. I bought this for my girls. It's basically like a room spray, aka a poop spray for your bathroom, but oh, it smells so good. The only way I can describe it, it's like a bubbly soda. It was from lychee jelly. I bought this like right away. It was so fragrant that when I smelled it amongst an anime convention, I was like, what is this? And turned, and it was a couple of booths over. I was like, whatever that is, it smells so good. I gotta buy it. So rarely do you smell good smells at an anime convention. All right. Okay, these two things came out together, and I'm glad they did. So I went to the panel for Phantom Breaker because Shibuya Kaho was going to be there. And they're developing one of her characters. Basically, they're developing her into a character for the game. It's not actually, the download content's not available yet. I believe it's going to be coming soon, but it doesn't say on here when. But they did provide us with a signed card from her, which was so cool. And she was so nice. She took selfies with people. She answered questions. And the whole panel about the game development made me suddenly realize this game looks really cool. So I went over to their booth and I bought it. And I've never played the game. It's kind of a chibi style beat 'em up. And apparently there's some deluxe extras in here. But Rocket Panda, good job on your booth. You actually sold me on the game. So I can't wait to play this, and I'll tell you guys a little bit about it. But what I liked about it is that it was an E for everyone game. And so it's something I can play with my family, which is nice. So I was excited. This was a surprise cool thing. I didn't expect to be as much fun as it was. And again, it's why you bring cash to these events, because you never know what kind of cool stuff you can buy. All right, I'm down to the last little bit here. There's a couple. Oh dear, it's already fallen. Here was a crazy list of what I wanted to do for the day. Again, you should always plan out. At some point, I was convinced to like these guys on their music videos, so I think they gave me like a sticker and something else too. I think it's some kind of boy band. I couldn't tell you who they are, but they look very much like the Backstreet Boys if they were in Asia. This is just the bag from the game that I got. Nothing special there. Oh, from the Bandai Gotcha thing. I wonder if I should. They were like some type of thing where like you assemble it and it becomes like this girl that shoots a gun. I don't know. It just looked really cool, so I got a gotcha of that. I totally forgot I got this. That's cool. They had so many gotcha machines, the gachapons. It was anything you could think of. It's probably the best outside of Japan I've ever seen as far as those. Oh, all right. I think my lucky bag actually came with this Sanrio character here, which is great because it's perfect for my little one. She'll love it. But yeah, that actually was in one of my lucky bags, so not too bad. This is the Anime Expo patch, if you didn't get one of those. Okay, there's one thing left in here. I just want to make sure. Wait. Oh, did I get two of these? Oh, look at that. I got extra stuff in my bag I didn't even know about. All right. Now this is the one. I've been wanting this. S.H.Figurarts Power. I spent way too much money buying this. Don't judge me, but I really wanted this figure. It's a 1/12 scale Power. I don't know why I need this. I couldn't imagine a single reason why I need this, but I looked around the whole show for it. Nobody had it. And people were trying to tell me, oh, you can go on our website and order it for $150 and whatever. No. So I paid too much for it, but I didn't pay $150. I didn't pay $100. I didn't pay $80. So it was less than that. But probably more than I should have, but you know what? I splurged a little bit, and this is what I kind of splurged on. So anyway, I hope you had fun checking out the haul video, I guess that's what they call them. So I'll probably be unboxing several of these items in their own videos. So I'm going to milk this for a few more. But if you have any questions about Anime Expo and about my experience, shoot them below. And until next time, kanpai.